There are moments in celebrity culture that arrive like fireworks, loud, dazzling, impossible to ignore. And then there are the quieter moments, the ones that slip through the curtain almost unnoticed until people pause, lean closer, and realize they've just witnessed something unexpectedly human. This week, a single behind-the-scenes image involving Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has done exactly that. And if you've spent any time watching the internet react to it, you'll understand why it's become one of those oddly magnetic little stories. The image itself is disarmingly simple. Swift is seated before a dressing room mirror glowing with soft backstage lights, wearing a white gown that looks less like a red carpet spectacle and more like the kind artists wear when preparing for something meaningful. Her blonde hair is carefully arranged, her signature red lipstick being perfected with the precision of a ritual she's performed countless times before stepping into the spotlight. It's the sort of quiet preparation that usually happens far away from cameras. And then there's Kelce. Standing behind her, dressed sharply in a black tuxedo with a bow tie and a crisp white boutonniere, he isn't delivering a speech or rehearsing a grand entrance. Instead, he's holding a hairdryer in one hand and a comb in the other, leaning forward with a level of concentration that suggests he's approaching the task like a fourth-quarter play call. Carefully, almost meticulously, he lifts Swift's bangs and adjusts them as though the success of the entire moment depends on getting that fringe exactly right. Now, I've spent years analyzing athletes, their focus, their instincts, their odd little rituals before a big game, and I have to say, this scene carries the same quiet intensity. Travis Kelce, the man who barrels through defensive lines on Sundays, suddenly appearing as a dedicated amateur hairstylist on a Saturday morning. I can't lie, it made me chuckle in the best possible way. If you enjoy these kinds of behind-the-curtain moments around the Kelce universe, take a second to like the video and subscribe. Here on the Kelce Report, we try to capture not just the headlines, but the stories that reveal who these people actually are when the stadium lights fade. What has really fueled the fascination around this image is the rumor swirling around it. Many fans believe the moment took place in Nashville, with speculation suggesting Swift was preparing for a wedding ceremony with Kelce. Now, before the internet writes an entire fairy tale novel, it's worth noting that nothing official has confirmed that narrative. But the possibility alone has people talking, and there's a reason for that. Nashville isn't just another glamorous location in Swift's story. It's the beginning of it. Long before global tours and record-breaking albums, Nashville was the city where a teenage Taylor arrived carrying a guitar and a stubborn dream. It's where she signed her first recording contract and where many of her earliest songs were written in cramped rooms filled with hope and uncertainty. To Swift, Nashville isn't simply a city on a tour schedule. It's where the first chapter of everything was written. So the idea of returning there for a deeply personal milestone carries a kind of narrative poetry. It's the sort of symmetry that makes storytellers nod approvingly. Meanwhile, the photograph continues to resonate because of what it doesn't show. There are no flashing cameras, no bustling team of stylists, no elaborate spectacle. Instead, there are just two people sharing a moment before something important. Kelce's expression in the image has drawn particular attention. He looks almost comically serious about the task, carefully lifting the fringe with the comb while directing the hairdryer like a man determined to win a very unusual championship. One fan online captured the mood perfectly, writing that if this truly was Kelce helping Swift prepare for her wedding day, it might be the most romantic picture they'd ever seen. Another comment made me laugh out loud. "Not everyone," the fan wrote, "is willing to stand behind you blow-drying your hair before your wedding day. Travis clearly loves Taylor." There's a certain blunt honesty to that observation, and frankly, it's hard to argue with. Because love rarely looks like the dramatic scenes in films. It doesn't always arrive with orchestras or slow-motion embraces. More often, it appears in small gestures, helping someone get ready, adjusting a detail they can't see themselves, quietly making sure everything is just right. And that's what gives this image its unexpected power. On paper, this couple represents a cultural collision of enormous scale. Swift is one of the most successful musicians in history, while Kelce stands among the most recognizable stars in American football. When their relationship became public in 2023, it felt like two giant worlds, music and sport, had suddenly overlapped. And yet, moments like this remind us that beneath the fame, the tours, the championships, and the headlines, there are still two people navigating life together. A mirror, a comb, the low hum of a hairdryer. You can almost imagine the quiet conversation happening just beyond the frame. Maybe a joke, maybe a moment of nerves, maybe that calm silence people share when something meaningful is about to begin. Whether the rumors about a Nashville wedding turn out to be true or not, the image has already achieved something rare. It has reminded millions of people that the most powerful stories aren't always the loudest ones. Sometimes they unfold in the quiet seconds